And when we talk about being damaged, a lot of our mind, will, and emotions have been damaged. And a lot of our bodies have been damaged. But we think that's what God's looking for, is for the outside and what we're in to be perfect. But God told us last week that I don't care what condition your mind, will, and emotions are in, I can transform that. And I don't care what condition your body is in, no matter if you've been raped or if you've done things or you've stolen things or you use your body as an instrument of evil. He said, I don't care about that. I can redeem that. He said, because from the beginning of time, I placed my DNA, my spirit. I blew into man. I'm already too hyped, y'all. I'm already too hyped. But when you find out who you are, it allows you to be able to have a relationship with God and with others that is unmovable. Somebody say unmovable. But the problem is many of us have been damaged and we've been looking at the wrong things. So for the next few weeks, we're going to talk about different characters in the Bible who were damaged. People who were jacked up. People who had things happen to them and it kept them in a place where they felt like they couldn't move forward. Can we be real in this place? Life happens. Can we be honest? We have a culture here of being hot, which stands for being humble, open, and transparent. How many people has life happened to you? Come on, just hands. Life happened. The unexpected, the uncalled for, the unintentional. Some of us, the very intentional. You knew what you was doing. Come on. But life happens. Everybody say life happens. But the truth is many of us are still dealing with the negative effects of life happening to us. We've been damaged emotionally, damaged spiritually, damaged even in our speech. Something good happens to us and we can't even speak well of it because something happened that we're disappointed every time we get our hopes up, and so we try to stay back so that we never have an expectation, and we've been damaged in an area. Some of us, our families have been damaged. It's so dysfunctional that you think it's normal. There's so many dysfunctions happening within yourself. Now you're repeating it to another generation, and things you said you would never say to your kids. It just comes out. But what do we do with our damaged areas? Some of us are financially damaged. Can I help you? You've made more money than all the generations before you, but we're still living paycheck to paycheck. We're still getting things cut off every month and every weekend. We're still going. And it's not because God hasn't blessed us. It's because there's an area in our life that has been damaged and been left alone. See, there's no problem with having a damaged area. There is problem with having a damaged area that has not been confronted. And many of us in the church, we've done a bad job because we make it a place where you have to come and hide your damaged areas. Oh, it's church time. Put on your best clothes. Put on your stuff. Walk. Hi. God bless you. When somebody says, how are you doing? That's just a phrase to say fine. They don't really want to know how you're doing. They don't really want to know what's going on. I mean, if we were honest, some of our conversation would go like this. How you doing? I'm horrible. This week was hard. I got caught in a lie this week. My job may be on the line. But when the last time you came in church and said that? Somebody says, how are you doing? Everything's fine. You were outside of somebody else's house last night in your drawers. I'm not telling you stuff I'm making up. I'm telling you stuff that has happened, okay? And somebody asks you, how you doing? But everything's good. Got my clothes in time for church. But do you understand what I'm saying? So if we have to come into the place of healing and hide our damaged area, then how do we ever get healed? How do we ever change? How do we ever become who God created us to be? See, this is why this is so important. You have to acknowledge your damaged areas, because Because if you don't, they turn into your excuses for reaching purpose. You miss it. If you don't acknowledge your damaged area and give it to God, it will become your excuse of why you cannot reach purpose.